This video is about the numerical methods of integration. Here we are specifically going to be speaking about two methods. Firstly, the midpoint rule, also called as rectangle method. It is a numerical technique that approximates area under the curve with array of rectangles. So we consider a function f of x. Here the interval of integration is subdivided into n smaller intervals of equal lengths. Each interval is considered as a rectangle with the interval as its base and the function's value at the midpoint of this base as its height. So here we consider the first rectangle. So the area will be given by x1 minus x0 multiplied by f of x dash. Similarly, for the ith interval, the area will be xi minus 1 multiplied by f of xm. Now we go forward to the code. Here we start with f has the function and a and b are the limits of x, and the n over here is the step size. Now we are initializing a and j is equals to 0, where j is your counter and a is the area of the curve. Dx here is the formula for dividing the x-axis into equal intervals. If j is not equal to n minus 1, then we go directly to printing the area under the curve. But if it is less than n minus 1, then we find out m, which is basically a pointer and points to the first point of the rectangle which we are considering. Then here the term m plus dx by 2 indicates that we are considering the rectangle, and dx by 2 is basically going up to the midpoint of that rectangle, and then which is multiplied by the interval of that rectangle and added to the previous rectangles. Then your answer is stored in A, which is the integration of the function. So basically area under the curve is the answer for the integration. Now we go forward to the Simpson's 1 by 3 rule for finding the area under the curve with the help of parabolas. Here we are considering a function f of x. Then we consider 3 points on the function and form a parabola between the interval minus h and h. The area under the parabola is given by integration of p of x dx. Okay. Here p of x is the generalized equation of a parabola, which after solving we come to a is equals to h by 3 into 2ax square plus 6c. But since we have no idea of the values of ax square and c, we substitute the 3 points that we have considered in the generalized equation, and we get 3 equations for y0, y1 and y2. Then we resubstitute the values of ax square and c, and we get the area under the parabola. We continue this process for n different points for n different parabolas, and we add them up to get the Simpson's 1 by 3 rule. Here, as you can see, the term y0 and yn do not contain any coefficients, but every odd term has the coefficient 4 and every even term has the coefficient 2. Then we go ahead to the code. As I mentioned before that the first and the last terms have no coefficients, hence we add them up beforehand and save them in the variable s. And since I is the counter for odd terms and j is the counter for even terms, in this loop where I is less than n minus 2, we multiply 4 to the odd terms, and we do this formula and add it to s. Similarly, it is done for j, which contains the even terms, that is, it is multiplied by 2 and then added to s. These two loops will terminate when I and j are greater than n minus 2. Now once the loops end, we get the answer stored in s, which is the integration of the function. Here we are comparing a few functions by using both the methods. For the midpoint rule, we have the step size has 100, and for Simpson's rule, it is taken as 10,000. So clearly, as you can see, the midpoint rule is much closer to the analytical value that we have found out than the Simpson's rule. So midpoint rule is a better option. Thank you.